Attention please, 10 minutes to curtain.
Now is the winter of our discontent. May glorious summer by this sun of York.
Well, Richard III is a big, wonderful play, and there's a lot of things in it. And Richard, to me, seems to be sort of the embodiment of war and misogyny and evil. And he's the last remaining antagonist in the Wars of the Roses, the last one who's sort of trying to force his will upon the kingdom, and he does it through the most devious ways, and he has the most people murdered.
In our production, no one gets off stage alive. Last time we counted, I think we killed 17 people in this production, and in about as many different ways as we could come up with.
One of the reasons I wanted to put more of the violence on stage than Shakespeare's stage directions indicate was because I wanted to see the consequences of Richard's actions physicalized in front of us. I went through the play, thought about all the places where I thought we might want violence, and sent a list to Geoff, and I sent him a sort of broad idea of
where they see the violence, what story they want the violence to tell, what do they want the audience's response to the violence to be. And based off of a conversation with them and my experience with the play, I then start to sketch up ideas of how we're going to put it together. Now I have the actors on hand, and they'll have ideas too. So we get in the room, we get some rehearsal weapons together, and we start to kind of put together these pieces. And once we do a light sketch and the director likes it, then we do additional rehearsals and get the things up to speed and tweak them and adjust them. So what we start with isn't always what we end with, although the same people tend to die. Place my hand into the table, stab him in the neck, yeah? Like so. Jesse Berger, the director, and Andrew Long, who's playing Richard, felt very strongly that Richard's weaknesses are also his strengths.
that this was a person who had used his handicaps and his deformity, as they're called in the play, his deformities to his advantage in warfare.
So Richard frequently throughout this fight, boom, bang, uses his hump as a weapon to knock people out of the way. In the case of this show, since the hump is made of dense foam, he's able to just give our Richmond, boom, a pretty good thump with his back. He also, later in the play, uses his leg brace as a shield of his own. So as he does his first move, boom, bing, picks it up to defend himself, allowing him to use his body as his own defense.
He's really quite powerful with it, and it surprises his opponents.
Not to heaven, in hand to hand!